Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic podcast. My name is, as per usual, Bobby effing Salazar. And with me currently on the line is none other than one of Preston City Wrestling's PCW's hottest prospects, the one and only Man Bennie. What you say?
Bloody hell, just burnt myself. Right, yeah, now I'm all right.
Now he's fucking spinning shit like
mate, honestly, that's enough to turn my eye straight. Right.
How is one? How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, son. I'm all right, plodding on. So, like, the whole wrestling market I'm having so much fun with. Right, I'm still a trainee until I get that official title off my coach, CJ, then I will be a pro wrestler. But like, I'm quite happy with being called a trainee because I'm having so much fun with it. So it is good fun, honestly. My favourite match I've had is probably Shady Natras. Yeah, no, he's nice. And my second's got to be Barry Matthews when I took him round to Comic Con getting slapped all by the celebrities. That was fun. Hardest match has got to be Ernest Boggs and Eddie Jade. Eddie Jade slapped my face, I swear. My iron went straight. It was like, ear was ringing, couldn't hear anything. Like, he was speaking to me the whole match, and I said, mate, you're going to have to speak in the other ear. But so we're getting there. We're getting there.
CJ Banks, I had him on the podcast. Fuck me, going on 3 years ago.
Yeah,
I want to say something like that.
What a man!
What great
legend, mate. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Probably a lot of it is to do with PCW, but CJ. I think my first 3 months when I was training took me up to Scotland. I learned so much just by that one trip. I hardly had any sleep, but I learned so much. I met Davey Blaze as well. Therapy's still going well meeting him, but he was a character and a half. I went with Brandon, Romy Kendrick, Northwest Best Kept Secret, and Ernest Boggs. It was delightful. Like, we did a load of seminars and whatnot, and I learned from the CJ. I owe a lot of my style down to him. Like the whole in and out. But the thing is with him, he actually cares about wrestling. He cares about the person. So if you get hurt, he'll stop and make sure you're okay. And it's good fun, mate.
So talk us through CJ Banks and PCW as a whole. CJ Banks as well as Stephen Fludder. What sort of stories have you got in terms of PCW? Obviously, Stephen Fludder as the promoter, and CJ Banks as one of the head coaches, not as well as I know that people like Joey Hayes teach there. And Dan Evans as well.
Dan Evans, he's what a boy, another coach. He's helped me progress so much. Like, he's made my aggression a little bit more. I think what I've learned through PCW is nothing is right, nothing is wrong. We'll start with Fludder first. So Fludder's a character. I absolutely love the bones of him. And there are a lot of people who say a lot of bad words about him, and there's loads to say good. But until you get to PCW and speak to him, he's actually genuinely a nice guy. Like, he genuinely cares about wrestling, and he's given me so many opportunities. I've been on Road to Glory. So I've got a new tag team now. So we're called the Geezers, me and Barry Matthews. I've been at Comic Con. I've been St. Bernard's, Lostock, Leighton Institute. I've been on so many different shows with him. I'm on 16 fights, and he's given me these opportunities. And he hasn't fed me into the deep end. What he's done is he's nurtured me into it. So and he's built it like a building blocks. And he always sends me a message saying after you've had too much fun. I was like, I loved it. He goes, that's brilliant. That's what we want. Keep going. And I've never had a bad word. He's never said a bad word about me, and he's never said that, right, do this, do that. I want this, I want that. He's always actually been, what's the quiet word? Caring. I'd say, caring. It sounds as stupid as it does, but Fludder's Fludder. He's his own unique person. But in a whole, he has genuinely looked out for me and a lot of the guys from PCW. So, CJ, Dan Evans. We'll start with CJ. Like I said, I can't fault the bloke. He's like I said, he has that factor of he cares so much for wrestling of what it should be. Like you can go in 5 moves, and each 5 moves he will show you 5 different variations of each move and how to get into that move. And he'll show you something, and he'll go, "Do you like that? No, I'm not really keen on that." He go, "Right, what about this?" And then he'll show you something else, and then like CJ's phenomenal as a coach. Like he's turned my wrestling into like next level of who I am now, like my aggression, my anger, everything in between, like the emotions. He like I'm from a boxing background, so basically when the first 3 months he said, think of it like a film, you know, you're Rocky Balboa. You start off, you get beaten up, and then you show a bit of spirit, you fight back, and then you get beaten up again, knock down, high, low, he said. And I still remember this now, and it kicks me because it actually is genuinely true. It's not about emotion. Sorry, it's not about motion. It's about emotion. Yeah, you've got to try and make them feel sorry for you. You've got to try and let them build you up. And then when you do fire back, they're like, ah. So CJ's brilliant. Dan Evans. What a boy, the sexiest man in wrestling. Like, honestly, that is sex on legs right there. He is genuinely the most nicest human being I've ever come across. I mean, he's a cracking laugh, like a cracking laugh. You can always have a good crack with him. And how can I say it? When you get in there, he'll show you different variations. So, like, what I miss out on one week, he'll teach me another week. And he's always of that positive reinstructure. Like my son is deaf and autistic. He's got global developmental delay. Never interested in watching me fight. Like boxing, MMA, he was never interested. And then Dan came up to me, like I think it was like my 3rd full fight, and he came up to me. He goes, "Oh, could you tell me how to sign wrestling?" And I was like, "Yeah, just wrestling." And he was like, "Right, okay. What's really good?" Really good. He goes, "Right, okay, fight. You know," and he goes, "Right." Next minute, he stops. He went and pointed at Callum. Callum was like, "Me?" And he goes, "Fight. Should have seen my son explode." I've been like 17 years on this earth. I've never seen this kid have any emotion in excitement apart from when it's food. And you should have seen him. He was like out of his chair, halfway through the mat, wrestling like that. And then Callum's like, yes, like that. And you can see him like getting excited. So like I owe Dan a lot of experience because he kind of, how can I say it? He catered for.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he came up to Callum and he went, "Yeah, really good." Like that. And Callum's like, like it was balmy. So like Dan, as a coach, you can't fault him. Like he's there for you, looks after you, and CJ as well. I can't. All my kids know him. Like he'll show kids stuff like hammerlocks and some proper British Thai wrestling, like proper traditional wrestling. He'll show them stuff, and it's like he's spending his good part of the day. He goes, "If there's ever a day, bring the kids down. They can get involved. I won't let them bump or anything, but they can do some tech and stuff." And my kids love that. And they love CJ the way he is. Like he's like the crazy uncle that they need. So yeah, no, the coaches at PCW are at this well, and the people in it as well. Though I've got like Shady. Shady hasn't really been on the coaching scene, but every fight he's there, he's had over like 3,000 fights. It's been all over the world. And after a fight, he'll explain to me, say, "Do this, do that." He'll give me feedback. He'll talk to me like. When we do matches with him, he'll break it down into an aspect of keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, so like Shady as well, Eddie Jade, lovely geezer. Ernest Boggs, he's a character. Like I love him to pieces. Like everyone, like Romy Kendrick, he's got a wealth of knowledge as well. That boy trains constantly, like constantly trains everywhere and everywhere. Who else? Jordan Kane, prime time, lovely geezer. Liam Kafaki, wealth of knowledge. He's been training since he was probably like this high, and he always helps you out. We've got Charlotte. She's coming into her stride. She had a really good match on the weekend. We've got a load of new lads and girls there as well. They're actually really nice. Who am I missing? Barry Matthews, my tag team. He was like, have you ever seen Ricky Gervais and Carl Pilkington?
Best podcast ever. Best like trio.
No word of a lie. You know when like Ricky Gervais just nips his bum or like sticks his finger in his ear and stuff like. I'm Ricky Gervais and he is Carl Pilkington. You should hear him go off on a rant. I am going to get it recorded one day where I'm just going to do something just to get him going on a rant and you just hear it. It's absolutely hilarious. So like we've got great chemistry, me and Barry Matthews. But like as a whole of PCW, like I have experience going to different places, like a couple other places, and the best way to describe it is it's just no bullshit.
Yeah,
that's the best way to describe it. It's just that's the best way I can feel it. It's just you get down to it. It's about having fun, and this is what wrestling should be about: having fun, making stories, making memories, and doing everything. Like I think the biggest thing is. It's being safe.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, I've been doing this best part of 6 years. I've physically been involved as a ref just shy of 4. Had the privilege to travel, like throughout the country. I've refed people like Dan Evans. I've refed Joey Hayes.
I was in a tag with Joey Hayes, a 3-man tag. What a legend. I was flapping a brick and he was like, yeah, just drinking a cup of tea. I was like, it's not even asked. Like he goes, yeah, do this. You sorted. I'm like, oh right. Like CJ turned around and said to me, he was like, don't even panic, get to sleep. You'll be all right in the morning. He'll just tell you what to do it, and then you're happy day. So I was like, right, okay. Yeah.
Funny enough, Joey Hayes was in the same match where I won a 24/7 title, showing Leeds.
Yeah,
about 3 years back, and this has been a rumble in some like social club in Leeds, and I ended up rolling up Drill, the Northern Bruiser, and that was fun, and then ended up losing it to Drake Winter, and again Joey, great bloke, Dan, great bloke. Do you know what I mean? And I always say there's no point in wrestling just coming in, just expecting to slag everyone off 24/7 and just expecting to be a cunt. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I find?
Do you know what I mean?
I do. Like when I went, I did like an away show at Dropkick Championship Wrestling, and they did like a pre-speech, and they just said, "We don't do bullshit. If you've got a problem with someone, speak to them or speak to me, and then I'll speak to them, and then you two can speak." He went, "Just leave it at the door. We don't do any of that here." And I'm like, "Oh, thank God." But like it was one of them, the new kid on the block. I'm backstage, don't know anybody, and then I noticed 2 Scottish lads when we went up to Scotland, and they were like, "Oh, click my back." I'm like, "All right, come here." And then everyone started talking to me. It was like, and that's what wrestling should be. You should be making friends for a lifetime, And I remember messaging you back. I think it was like for my first fight, because I watched a few of your podcasts, and I was like, actually, probably the best option is just give you a quick message and ask me what to do with a ref, and then you spilled out a lot. And that's what wrestling should be all about. Having fun. Don't care about the malarkey that's going on. Like it's one of them. I'm happy on the track I'm at. I'm staying away. I haven't got a comment or a notion to say about people. Only on face value, really. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm kind of taking a bit of a step back at the minute when it comes to wrestling, but I'm still sort of open to like be out there and like what have you. But wrestling to me is something that it gives me something to do, like and being not as you said when it comes to making friends, growing up.
Hang on. You have friends? I've heard your podcast before.
Me, friends, never.
I was about to say, don't you get abused quite a lot?
No comment. So yeah, the local company to me, Ford and Star Wrestling, based out of Kings Lynn, in Norfolk. I've been watching them, like, as grown up as a kid since 2011, and then starting up the podcast, and got to know all the fans, got to know the wrestlers, and then it's the wrestlers that sort of got me involved, blah blah blah. And since then, like, I've got to travel the country and meet people that I genuinely do consider like legit friends. Yes, I've got acquaintances, if you want to call it that.
Emphasis on acquaintances.
Like, in other words, bastards.
Frenemies.
But the thing is, like, again, I'm not one of them who just goes out of the way just to look for shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want shit, go fuck yourself, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? And because I just can't be asked. Do you know what I mean?
Usually, if I don't like someone,
have a good time. You know,
if I don't like someone, I just kind of just go, I can't see him, man. It's the best option. Honestly, he's brilliant. Like, everyone says, "Oh, is it bad being blind in one eye?" I'm like, no. It's just if I don't like someone, I can just turn that way. I don't see him. It works.
So, what sort of first got you involved when it comes to the world of pro wrestling? Then, did you grow up as a fan, or did you just find
so I'm
wrestling
old.
one day?
I'm old. I'm
34.
Yeah, I'm 34. I'm tivering on the edge. Like I said, I had a lot of issues with this, so I watched it when I was growing up. The Attitude Era in the 90s and early 2000s. Like The Rock, Stone Cold, Kane, Undertaker. But like, I kind of stopped watching it when I was like about 14, 15, got into the boxing scene, and then carried on from there, from London all the way up here in Blackpool. And then I retired. I had a tumour above my palate and la-di-da-di-da, loads of turmoil, malarkey. And then I was about 19 and a half, maybe just bordering 20 stone. And we went to a show in Mega Slam. So the kids really wanted to go watch wrestling. So I was like, right, okay, we'll go watch wrestling. And we went. And there's a geezer called Zachary Swift. Zachary, if you're watching, slag. Hitler, lovely geezer. And basically he threw a rose at my daughter. And I found it absolutely hilarious. And I got speaking to him after, like getting pictures with the kids and whatnot. And there was a bigger lad there who kind of passed the PCW, but like Zachary made an impression on me. I was like, that was actually class, because he genuinely looked like he was going to give it a, like, being all sweet. And she was like, and you should have just seen it as she went to grab it. He just went bink, like, and her face just dropped. And it still reminds. She was like, and she looked like the world ended. And I found it hilarious. And then after, he was like, "Oh, my dad wants to do this," and I'm like, "Shut up! Like, this is not for me. I like getting hit a lot." And then, "Go on, Dad, do it." And he was like, "Yeah, no, your dad would be right for it. 6'3", biggish geezer." He went, "Yeah, no, try PCW on Tuesdays." And the kids were like mithering me, and like, "Get hold of Stephen Fludder." I was like, "Right, okay." He went, "Get your phone out," and he put me on the page of PCW. And then I kind of sent a message, and I was like, any chance of it training, la-di-da-di-da. And he was like, "Right, do this, do that." And then I kind of turned up, and it was Ernest Boggs, Liam Kaffeke, Jordan Primetime. And as I walked through the door, it was like an open mat. And I was like, what have I let myself in for here? And they were like, "Okay, you've done a bit of MMA. You've done a bit of thing. Can we have a look?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, yeah." And they were like, "Okay, you've done a bit of judo. Like, can you break fall?" I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." Showing them everything. And what I found weird was the ring. It was actually a lot softer than anything I'm used to encounter, because it's quite sturdy. If you get kind of like dropped on your head when an MMA fight, like usually you're seeing stars. And he was like, "Right, okay." And then that just started the ball, and then started training, make friends. Like I said, that's probably the best thing about wrestling. You make friends like quite easily, like from all walks of life. Like you have like Ernest Boggs, who's all the way up in Yorkshire, like proper proper Yorkshireman. And then Romy Kendrick's just around the corner from Preston, and then Liam Cafferty, Preston. From everywhere, all different types of walks and lives and backgrounds. And you kind of click straight away. And then you just kind of get to know everyone in that sense. And then training starts to become fun. And then that's what hooked me straight away. I was like, actually, I'm learning new stuff that I've never done before. I'm learning about things like the hardest one for me was keeping this up. Like, because someone gets me in the corner, I'm automatically like, oh, no, not like that. And then RP Davies was like, yeah, you're going to have to try and break out of it. Just go cover up it. And they go, just kind of get your chin up. And then everything just kind of fell in place bit by bit. And then PCW is kind of just like a best way to describe it. It's like a step, each step. Like he's giving me little testers here and there. And then throughout the matches, they're progressing and progressing and progressing and progressing. Like, and that's the best thing about it, honestly. It's the learning for me. Like, it sounds as daft as I'm 34 years old, and still be able to train and have that respect factor. And I think another thing as well is it's like MMA and boxing, you kind of have like respect for the coach. So I call it like boss or governor or la-di-da-di-da. And then people kind of look at me like, why is he calling him boss, governor? Like because when I was in the gym, like I had to listen to my coach, or otherwise he's going to give me living fucking hell. Like I mean, it's like pulling your pants down, lie down, drag yourself through glass, then through salt, and then at the end you finally get into the water. Like that. I'm petrified of my coaches, like because they can literally say, right, we're going to put you through hell, and it's not like that at all. I think the other thing is how intimidating it can be sometimes. It's like you turn up and say if you're like 5'10", 9 stone wet through, and you turn up in the gym and there's like geezers who like tattoos and like wrestlers, and then till they speak, you're like, why are you being so nice? You're like, you're covered in tattoos, you bloody look at you. You look like you're ready to rip someone's head off. And it's like that in every gym. So it's just like that in boxing.
Yeah. And then that's another good thing with wrestling, saying about people sort of coming together like from all walks of life. People that you wouldn't have ever have actually met or come across. You meet you and coming across thanks to wrestling. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, again with wrestling, like you don't need to be that big scary bastard to have a character. Do you know what I mean? Again, like, there's an entire division, like the high flyers and what have you, like the cruiserweight sort of stuff.
I can't do all that flippy stuff. Like, there's not a chance. Like, I do a flippy stuff. I'm like that. Like I'll take my hat off to the geezers who can do all the flippy stuff. Like I take my hat off to them. So my character is just a one-eyed gimp who's crazy. It's just me times 10. That's the best way to a Cockney geezer who's from Greenwich, London, who likes to have a do, scrap, win or lose, he don't care. And then that just goes over really well. Come out and then call Giddy geezer, and he's like, yeah, I'm a geezer. Like, like that. That's the best thing. I think a lot of it is like, a lot of the kids are made, truth be told, a lot of the kids have made up my character. And they're basically my character. I've kind of asked them, I was like, what's going on here? And they're like, it's you, Dad, just times 10. Okay.
So talk us through Mad Eye Bennie then. Who is Mad Eye Bennie? What is Mad Eye Bennie? Like, so how did all that come across?
So my uncle passed away and he was called Mad One. Biggest, scariest geezer you could ever come across. And a lot of people think Mad Eye Bennie's to do with Mad Eye Moody, and it's not. So this is quite a innuendo because it relates to people and it doesn't. So we called him Mad One because he was just mad. Like, I've never seen like 30 odd coppers turn up at his door just to nick him. And we're talking riot police and armed response units. He was a nutter. Like, when I say a nutter, I mean like people were physically scared of him. Like, he's just Yeah. And he passed away, and I wanted something that obviously reminded me of him. And so we come up with Mad, and the kids kind of all agreed on that. And then the kids were like, Dad, we watch a lot of Harry Potter. I was like, right, okay, I know where this is going. So you've only got one eye, so we're going to put you Mad Eye. I was like, right, okay. And he went, your last name, Dad? Bennie. He went, because you've already got trunks out there what say Bennie on it. So I was like, right, okay. So that's where it came from. So the story is Mad Eye Bennie is a Cockney who ain't scared of anyone, who only wants to scrap. He doesn't care if he wins or loses. He's happy-go-lucky. He's just a general all-round good guy who is a little bit mad, who doesn't care about doing stupid stuff. And the origins of it pretty much is down to the kids. So yeah, no, that's who Mad Eye Bennie is. Just a southern gimp, one-eyed gimp who just wants to have a scrap and have fun.
Yeah, lovely. So how is it like for you to get to act out as Mad Eye Bennie like in front of an audience? Like, did you think that you'd get over with it, or
massively. So nickname's the Geezer. So coming out, all right, Geezer, and then usually the chant starts straight away, like that, and then usually beforehand I'll potter. I do it purposely because I'll potter around like beforehand, and then just like go to like kids, all right, Geezer. Like, as I'm walking around, then the parents and the kids are looking at me like, and then I come out like, it's you, and I'm like, yes, it's me, like. So I kind of do that stuff on purpose, just so that way the character can come over better, like they see it as a relating. Hang on, he was out here just 2 minutes ago, and look, he's here, like it's you, like. And that's the best thing about it is the character kind of involves everyone. Like, I always spend my time when I come out, I'll try and give everyone high fives, respect, geezer. I'll do something mad like yes, like that, and I try. My character, like I said, is 10 times with me, absolutely batshit crazy. That's the best thing about it. I try and involve everyone. Like, if you were there, I'll probably jump on you or sit on your lap or something like that, just to try and get one over. I remember one of Nicola's mates were there, and I'd be like, I've got to get her back. I've got to get her. I was like, no, I can't, because I'm the good geezer. Boggs, what? You all right drinking a bit of beer on Nicola's table and spitting at her for me? He's like, yeah, sound. Like, and he did. He came out, drunk a beer, went, I'm like that, and he's there, yes! Like, so, yeah, no, that's the best thing. Like, the whole thing is trying to interact with the audience as much as you can get away with it. So you want to be coming across as a likable geezer, happy-go-lucky, like straight away. I remember, like, there was one fight, Barry Matthews cheated and he booted me in the nether regions. And honestly, like, the crown jewels, like, I played on it. I'm like that. My biscuits, like that. And then, like, he pinned me. And then, as he pinned me, like, I looked up and I'm like, ugh. And I saw these two kids cry. And I felt so bad. And everyone started shouting, rematch. And I'm like, oh, and I'm going out and I'm like trying to give him my five. I'm all right. I just need a bit of rest, like that. And then at the end of the fight, as I'm going home, these two kids are like, can we have your autograph? Are you okay? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like, but like little things like that, it goes over well. It sounds stupid. It is like, wrestling is a hobby.
Yeah.
But it's also, it becomes part of your life as well. So
yeah, it does. Yeah. I was going to say, like, if you can send people home happy for like what it is you're doing, who cares what you're doing? Do you know what I mean?
Little is again. More. You don't need to do a whole lot in there to make them emotionally invested like that. Like I said before, like when CJ taught me, it's the films. You got to sell the emotion.
Yeah, exactly. So, and like another thing, that you can sort of tie into that is the show that you're working on is probably one of the very few things that someone has actually got to look forward to.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So yeah, like there's posts on Facebook that say sort of like similar stuff to that. They're sort of like doing the rounds on Facebook, like every now and again, and yeah, which ain't exactly wrong. Do you know what I mean? You know, and because this thing with wrestling, it's one great massive community, brings people together, happy days. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, talk us through some bits and pieces that you've done, and like in terms of wrestling matches you've had, people that you've worked with, places you've been, and things that you want to do as well. People that you want to work with, places you want to go, shit you want to do.
I want to be somebody. I want to be a contender. So I think matches I've done. The first 3 matches I did in one day was Ernest Boggs, Getski. He was a pleasure. I'd wrestle him all day. He was so easy. And Liam Kafiki. Then Barry Matthews, Disco Twins. I've wrestled. Shady Natras. I was Ali G for that one. Yeah, could have been cancelled. Booyakasha. I had fun with that. Like, he broke down everything. Every time I've wrestled Shady, I wrestled him a couple times on the weekend on Road to Glory in a tag team. And every time I wrestle Shady, I always learn stuff. Like, he breaks it down because he has that much wealth and knowledge about him. He actually generally invests in you, like as a wrestler. So he will say, "Oh, instead of doing that, I think you should give this a go." And I'm like, I'm listening. So yeah, Eddie Jade, that was in Liverpool. That's New Horizon. They've got a new wrestling organization coming up. It's under Actual Strife. He's put me on their bill. I'm going against Shady on that, the big baldy bully. So that's going to be explosive regardless. And that's another organization that's put me on before. Like, another one, like, for someone this early on getting this amount of bookings is actually quite shocking. Like, I'm happy and I'm getting my reps in, and that's the way I'm looking at it. It's like, it's not a booking for me, it's thing, and then there's everything else in between. So, and then who else have I got? I've wrestled with Joey Hayes. I was with a tag match with Joey Hayes and Ducks against Joe Rage, Liam Kafiki, and Eddie Jade. That was brilliant. Like I said, Joey made that 10 times easier. Like, just broke down everything. Bang, bosh, shorted, done. He was off away. I was flapping a brick. He looked calm as sin. I was like, you know. But yeah, that was an experience. Got really good feedback off him. He said, like, my character's brilliant, coming out all mental, like, you know, like, and that went over really well. Where else? Comic-Con. I love Comic-Con. Like, last year, I had so much fun just dragging Barry Matthews around, like getting slapped off Shane Rangi, like Mark Addy, the Flintstones too. Like, he spoke to me and Barry for about an hour and a half, like, just out of his own whim. This year, Rimmer's going to be there. Do you remember Rimmer out of Red Dwarf?
Can't say I do, no.
How old are you?
21.
Oh, you disappoint me. Red Dwarf was like my idol when I was growing up. Admiral Wimster, Smig, Head. And I'm looking forward to this one, like 2 days down there. The Lost Stock as well. That was an experience when I was dressed up as Ali G. Where else? St. Bernard's. That place, wow. St. Bernard's, what a place. The crowd is brilliant. Like, it's questioning, like, after, like, Ernest Boggs got shit kicked out of him by these kids are like future Asbos. I mean, like, these kids have already got the monitor waiting for them. Like, like, they kicked the living 10 bells of shade out of Ernest Boggs, like, because he was giving them so much crap. Like, I've never seen feral kids go in that deep on, like, never in my life. I have never seen, like, Boggs got put down with a shot as he was getting out. He stood up, "What are you going to do?" And this kid just went, boom, right on the end of the end. Oh, I was like, oh. Like, at the end, I think another wrestler had to pick him up, put him over the shoulder, because he was just limp. The kids were just there stamping on him and everything. I was like, oh, thank God I'm a good guy here. but like that's an explosive place as well. It's just such a like eye opener to wrestle with. Like PCW as a whole, like we've had Eugene in.
I've worked with him, so.
Mate, Eugene from WWE, and I'm like, oh wow! Like, I grew up watching him, like and having him, and then I got to give him a lift on the way on like to PCW to Blackpool, and as I'm driving, I almost killed Eugene, like 90 mile, like going in not 90 mile an hour. I was doing the reasonable speed limit in the fast lane, and the car came dead to a stop, and I had to skid out the way. I'm like, sorry, mate. He's like, thank God. He was mad as a box of atters, mate. He was like, he's probably the nuttiest fella I've ever met, but such a nice geezer. Chris Masters, we've just met. Frankie Kazarian, Moose. Who else? There's loads of American talent, like Tyler Stevenson as well.
Yeah.
What a nice character. I'll tell you what, who did impress me. Tamas Hyundai. He was from Dutchland. He's Hungarian, but he's from Dutchland. And mate, I'd love to work with him. He's a proper little bruiser. Like he went at it. Like when he fought, I was like, oh, yes. Yeah. Like at one point, Mrs. is like, are you even turned on by me or this? Which one is it? I've been touching you like leg for like half an hour when you ain't even reacted to me. I'm like, what's in the fight? Like, yeah, no, hunky dory man. That's a fight. But I think my aspirations are for wrestling is. This could probably sound as much corner. I'm not really interested in titles. I've got titles like from boxing. Like, I think my aspirations are to have fun every time. Like, if you want a weird, happy-go-lucky match and or a tag team or something, I want to be in it. I want to have the dopiest one ever. Like, we did a 4-man tag on Road to Glory, and it was batshit crazy. It was like. The sound, like I think even Scooby Doo would have been confused with it. Like he would have been like, huh? Like it was absolutely mental. Like there was moves hit right and center. Like Romy Kendrick's like, get the girls, because we came out with my daughter, he came out with his daughter, and we used them as weapons. We're like, legs up to me, yes, bang, over your head, shady. Like, and I think it's more fun. I think there is one match I do want. And I think it's all contestant, only fair for the geezer who kind of got me into it, Zachary Swift. I want him. Like I want to have a match with him. I don't care when later down the line. I'm happy, go lucky, but I want to have a match with him because he kind of like guided me into the wrestling scene. Because it's one of them. Like when I first started, I thought it's wrestling. No, but but actually seeing how risky it is, the adrenaline dump I get from it is unreal. Like, you know, like it's just as much as boxing, if not more. Yeah.
I mean, like I've been following PCW for years, and you know, they've had some massive names there throughout the years. People like AJ Styles, people like Booker T. I believe the Steiners even held. So Rick and Scott even held the tag belts there. Like years ago, Adam Cole, Apollo Crews, etc. Do you know what I mean? So many big names.
Dudley Boys.
The Hardy Boys, yeah. Obviously, yeah, like as well as the Bushwhackers. Yeah. You know, so again, like some great people like have been there, like throughout the years. You know what I mean? So I've physically never been to a show at PCW, but you know, again, I've only
Fludder will open you up with open arms, mate. If he knew you were coming, he'd be like, "Yeah, come on, sit down here." He's honestly, he's the soundest geezer ever. Like he is genuinely lovely. It sounds as stupid as it does, but he has helped me. I don't know. I think he's progressed me more because I've noticed what he's doing now. He's at first it was like little, and then okay, right, we're gonna test you here. We're going to test you here. We're going to test you here. We're going to test you. Yeah. From here where I was, I'm like here. I'm not up there. I'm not down here. But what I've noticed as well is like people could be overconfident and think they're all blasé. Like I've already admitted I'm still a trainee until my coach says otherwise. And I don't hold a title as of such. You may call me the extreme trainee or the intermediate trainee, but like a trainee is still in that title. And I'm not trying to call myself as who I am. I'm just the happy-go-lazy. I'm happy-go-lucky, one-eyed geezer who just wants to have fun, and that's me. I like, yeah. Sorry, I haven't taken medication today. I've got a horrible...
what sort of advice have you got to give to those like you want to get involved, like with wrestling? Sort of
get down to training. I'd say get down to training and be patient. Patience is probably your biggest key with wrestling, because everyone thinks it's a million mile an hour. Patience, like as a trainee, patience and have fun and listen. Do your own work, listen, and have something that's unique to you. You don't need to be high flying, moonsaulting person just to get over. You can be whoever you want. I mean, like on the 4-man tag match, like Jack Johnson, cruiserweight champion of PCW, he was there acting like team captain. Shady was acting like team captain. Yeah. I knocked him out with one shot. Everyone was laughing their tits off, and I'm like getting over him, like, "You're right, son." like. It doesn't matter who you are and what your gimmick is. I think to me, it's who you are as a character, and just be patient with it. Everything will come in time as long as you keep listening to your coaches and have fun. It sounds as stupid as it. If you're not having fun, you're not at the right gym. It's simple as that. If you're too serious, then a gym shouldn't be serious. I'm sure you've seen the skit the other time when here at PCW we care about everyone's welfare, and then you just see Nathan going, "Ah!" Have you seen that one on PCW?
I have, yeah,
like that. Like that's what gyms should be all about: having fun, everyone putting a word in. Like there must have been about 6 different opinions on that, like where people were like, "Oh, is this good?" Like, yeah, no, it's what we are as a gym. We want to have fun. Like here at everyone's self-esteem is highly respected. And he's like, "Move, you idiots!" Like, and that's the way. It's not like that. We're just portraying it like everyone knows it's a skit, but it's but that's what a gym should be. Like everyone coming together, having a laugh, having a joke. My advice would just get in the gym. Have fun, and you'll notice you progress. If you take it too serious, you're just gonna you're gonna rub people up the wrong way, and you're just not gonna think it. Like, and I think the other thing is listen to your coaches, listen to everyone around you. Like I'm taking advice off Ernest Boggs. He's 23, 24 years old. He's younger than me, but he's got a lot more experience than me. So just pipe down and say, "Well, right, okay, you're right. Yeah, I will do that." And just taking advice, even off you. Like when I think I've messaged you before, and you've gave me like a long itinerary list of things to do and things not to do, and it's like, okay, right, read that one, but read that one twice. Right? And that's what wrestling should be about. Like, just listen, like, and you can get by. Like, stay away from all the politics, stay away from everything, have fun, and be true to who you are. And obviously, there's that many wrestling promotions out there. No one could put a stamp at, there's 1,200 things. There's that many, and there's that many coaches. But find a reputable gym, like that is a key one as well. Like, find out who they've brought in, who they haven't, like where they've gone, and then that's the thing. The first thing I did is like when he said, "Oh, go down to PCW." As soon as I first did, it's like research. Let's have a look at this place, and then I kind of compared it to all the other gyms around me. And I was like, actually, this place is probably right for me, And that's pretty much it. Sorry, my eye went a bit lazy there. Like, I can't feel it. Like,
yeah, so one thing that I always say to people is make sure, like, whenever you're going to like a training school, make sure that the people there actually know what the fuck they're doing. Because the thing is with wrestling nowadays is that there's literally a school on every fucking street corner. Do you know what I mean? And you look at a lot of these people who are training people. They've not hit triple digits of matches in 10+ years. They've got nothing to show for themselves. You see them try to flip, and do some sort of flip bump, but they're landing on their fucking head, taking back bumps that, again, landing right on their fucking head and everything. And it's like,
see, it's all right for someone like me. There's nothing in it, so I'm all right.
Yeah. Same goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, but people like that, if there's no school within a God knows how many mile radius, then people like that can tend to get away with it, because it's people like them that prey on the young, dumb talent that don't know no better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen it personally, like from different schools, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, hang on, you've had a hell of a lot more fights than me, but you learned this, like, it's quite the basic knowledge. But like I said, each to their own. Some people, it's a bit like that with boxing gyms as well. Like, like you have matey who's been boxing for 10 years, but he's had 10 fights in those 10 years, and it's like, like I was fighting week in, week out, near enough every weekend. I was a journeyman. So, like, and then you kind of realize who the real ones, like RP Davies, like, what a boy, what a legend. Like, he can bang. By the time you throw him one shot, he's probably thrown about 20 at you, and you won't even realize. You're like, what? But it like you said, always look into where you. My personal thing is look of where you're going to train. Like, look who is going to train you. Like, I am very, 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 very fortunate that PCW have some very reputable coaches. Like CJ, I can't describe him in words, but genuinely as a whole, I was in a dark place before wrestling, and he's kind of dragged me out of that. Same with Dan Evans, but them two as coaches in one organization, it's you said yourself, they are very highly esteemed coaches who produced a lot of good wrestlers. Like it is as daft as it sounds. Like, just look at where you're going to go. Like PCW, for me, I'm very fortunate that I do, and it's probably why I've elevated and quickly gone to a next level in wrestling. Like you said, that up and coming star. I'm like, no, I'm just me. I'm happy-go-lucky geezer. I just want to have fights and go around the world or do something like. And then people are like, oh no, you are really good. And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I don't want people blowing smoke up me, because I'm at that level of where I don't want to get a head on my shoulders. Like, I still want to be a wealth of knowledge. Like, if you said like 10 years time, I'd be like, please stop, and please don't stop. Come on, keep going. But like now, it's like, no, man, no. I'm happy-go-lucky. I want to be involved in this. Like, you as a beautiful geezer, and this is mostly cosmetic, is done. Like even spending the night or day of me. Like I said to you yesterday, I was like, why me? Like, you're making waves.
I say to people, if you've got an ego, got an ego bigger than Shard, you're not fucking welcome on it. If I think you're a prick, you're not welcome on it.
See you later, guys.
Off you fuck. So right. So again, if I think that you don't know what you're doing, right, then genuinely, I don't want you on it. You know what I mean? So,
well, I've seen some of the talent you've had on here.
So yeah,
it's fair enough. It's fair enough. I think that you probably have to get Shady on. I swear by him, mate. Yeah, he's such a lovely character. Like, when you see him, it's like, I feel like hugging my dad, basically. And I know it's as horrible as it sounds. It's like, Shady, like, he's like, will you stop touching me?
I mean, I've seen something that you put on Facebook quite recently of him having a match against Ricochet.
Ricochet, yeah.
Mate, that looked fucking incredible. Absolutely insane. So
he's mustard, mate.
Mm.
Yeah, like he is. Yeah, he is. Sorry, mate. I'm still dealing with a flu. I caught it from someone in the locker room last weekend.
Yeah, to be fair, like I've not been well the last couple of weeks, so
I'd rather die a death of 1,000 fleas.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's proper knocked me on my backside. It's enough to turn even my eye straight. Like, I don't keep making innuendos, but like, honestly, yeah, it's been rough. Yeah, it's been rough. So, what made you get into wrestling? Now the boot's on the other foot.
What made me get into wrestling? So I first started watching it back in 2009.
That's right.
So I turned 4-year-old in November of 2008.
It was a baby.
And started watching it in started 09. This was on the build-up to Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, one of their matches at Mania. And at that point, I was fucking obsessed with Power Rangers, right? To the point where...
Who's at Comic-Con?
Who's that?
Guess who's at Comic-Con on the weekend?
Who?
On the 3rd and 4th. The actual Power Rangers, bruv.
Which ones?
The originals, the OGs.
Fucking holy shit. Whereabouts? Tell me that.
Legoland Pavilion. Oh, I ain't got my phone.
Oh, I can't come because I'm riffing this weekend. Fuck.
No, not this weekend. It's
when?
the 4th. It's the 4th and 5th.
Oh, I might be able to do that then.
Yeah. The ones are from the original film, Ivan Ooze.
Is he?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She's not there. She's not there. And the Pimp Power Ranger ain't there. Calm your thing. But the yellow one, the black one, and the green one, and then a few other ones. You know, the later on, the 2010 or 8 ones are there. I'll have to grab my phone. But yeah, they're going to be on.
Fair enough. Yeah. So.
Go. Sorry, I'll interrupt you. We're on to the Power Rangers. Sorry. Go.
So, yeah, originally what got me into wrestling is that I genuinely thought that The Undertaker was the actual brother of the original Power Rangers villain, Rita Repulsa. Right? So, yeah, obviously being a 4-year-old kid...
You geeked out way too much there, didn't you? Like something went wrong there.
Yeah. So, and then... So I left school in 2021. 28th of May 2021, to be precise, was my last day of high school. And obviously 2020, COVID hit. Obviously home all day and what have you, lockdown, blah, blah, blah. Started doing like a couple of podcasts and what have you, just about wrestling. And then went back to school in the September. Took a break from podcasting, dealt with school because again I was year 11, GCSE age. Got to January of 2021, another lockdown happened, another school closure. GCSEs got cancelled, so I never actually did my GCSEs because of COVID.
Oh, you got given them.
So yeah.
Was it a C you got?
I don't actually know what I got.
It would have been C's. Yeah, it would have been C's if you got through lockdown.
Yeah. But yeah, and then started up again a few months later, and then I was doing like weekly podcasts, blah blah blah. And then how I started reffing was I got friendly with a bloke called Aaron Sharp, who runs live wrestling promotions out of Skegness.
Yeah.
Met him at a Falling Star show, and kept in contact, blah, blah, blah. He came on with his missus, and he rings me up one day and then goes, do you fancy coming to Boston? This is in Lincolnshire. I'd like to do some podcasting bits and pieces with some of the wrestlers. All right, fair enough, may as well. Then he rings me up a few days later, after that, being like, on top of you doing the podcast and stuff, do you fancy refereeing me and Steve Sykes? Fuck it, may as well. So, what was only meant to have been that one and done thing, because I've known a lot of people through wrestling. Various other promoters. Like you ref now, do you? Like, do you want to come here and like do some shows for us? And some other wrestlers put like some words in for me, like to other promoters, and what have you. And this was October, to be precise, October the 1st, 2022 was that original show in Boston. Since then, I've now ref 225 matches for 13 different companies. From as far south as Portsmouth, going up to places like Bradford, Barnsley, Wakefield, Leeds, Sheffield, all over Norfolk, and I've potentially got an international gig coming at the end of this year.
Look at you showing off now.
Sorry?
Look at you showing off now.
I know, yeah. Hey. So yeah, I've got 2 more companies in the pipeline in the UK, and this year I'm taking a bit of a slowdown when it comes to bookings. So my next show is this Sunday in Bury St Edmunds down in Suffolk, out near Thetford, for DOA. Richard Holiday's on that show, former MLW Tag Team Champion with MJF and AEW. As far as I'm aware, I'm the only ref on that show, so I'll be getting to work with Richard Holiday. I've actually got another show with Richard in a couple of weeks down in Haverhill, down in Suffolk. So in the space of about 2 weeks, I'll be working with him twice. So and since I started, I've worked with people like Eugene. I've worked with people like Saxon Huxley. I've worked with people like Bennie McKenzie.
He's such a nice geezer.
Yeah. People like the Fearless Flatliner, the UK Pitbulls, Johnny Storm, I've known since 2011. And Jimmy Jackson, Gareth Angel, Dan Evans, Joey Hayes, I've refed. Harley Hudson, who's now TNA Knockout, I've worked with her.
Oh, wicked.
And again, so many other people. What's her name? I can't think of her fucking name now, but she trains with Dory Funk Jr. out of the States. Emily Locke, that's her name.
Oh, right. Okay.
Paige from WWE. I've worked with her brother, Roy, because Norwich is about an hour up the road from me. Worked with her oldest nephew, RKJ. I've been about a bit. So,
yeah, that's fucking going that. Why are you slowing down?
Sorry?
Why are you slowing down?
I need to recover from physical health shit. So, long story. Yeah.
Well, slow down, mate. Speed up.
Yeah, I know.
You've got it in you. You've been at it for God knows how long,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, to have thought that I was only meant to have done the one match and I've been able to do all this in less than 4 years.
Never slow down. Speed up. I know it's going slow, go slower, but my advice for you is to speed up. Go for it, man. Go for it.
Exactly.
You should be the busiest referee in England.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. So.
Well, you're a lot better looking than me, so.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is all cosmetic. Nose, eye, cheek. I messed up. Sorry, I do apologise. It's like my Bet the boot was on the other foot. I better put you on the spot there, didn't I? Hey, no one's ever done that before.
Oh no, I was going to say, people ask me questions all the time when I'm like,
Kush D.
May as well, get some more content out there, doesn't it? So So
yeah, I think. What's the scariest place you've ever fought?
Probably doing death matches for CXW down in Braintree. So yeah, I remember doing a show down there. So this was the first death match show that I actually worked. I didn't ref that particular match, but it was Billy Madison, and it was a cage of death match between Big F and Joe and RKJ. And literally inside of Joe's left leg, he had a massive gash, like a massive fucking scar from the match.
Yeah.
Had it have been another, I'd say 2 or 3 inches higher, he'd have ended up losing a bollock.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, that
worst.
was just mate, yeah.
Oh, that's the worst place. No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I've been hit round the head with a ladder, courtesy of Saxon Huxley, during a match that I ref between him and Jack Landers. That was on that same show, actually, down in Braintree, down in Essex. And yeah, it's just insane. Like, I refed a dog collar death match between Brett Semtex and Lou Nixon against the UK Pitbulls.
Yeah,
that was just fucking carnage.
Yeah. we did kind of like a weapons death match. Yeah. We had kendo sticks and everything else. Now I got hit with a kendo stick and it stinks.
Yeah,
because it was a Christmas themed death match. Wrapping paper, bruv. Yeah, wrapping paper. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, is twice as worse than a kendo stick. Yeah. Like the state of my back and Shagger's back after we nailed each other, like I was in bits. Like I had bruising it. You could see the bruising like a month after. Like if I would have took my top off out in public, like everyone would have thought my missus like abuses me. Like I'm not even joking. It genuinely looked like I've been whipped to death. Like, well, wrapping paper is like my ultimate enemy now. Like as soon as I seen wrapping paper, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I won't even touch it. So now the missus does all the wrapping. I don't even like today is our anniversary. Right, give her a gift. I was like, yeah, it's in the bag. Like, you never wrapped it. No, I'm not wrapping it. Like that. I'm not having anyone an excuse to getting hit by wrapping paper. Oh my god. Oh my god, mate. It sounds as daft as it does, but I'd get hit with a kendo stick anytime compared to a wrapping paper. It doesn't hit you, it slaps. So it's like the worst slap. And you know how big it gets? You get about that big, and as soon as you get hit with it, it doesn't just cover like one specific area where it hurts. It covers the whole length of where it's going to hit. Yeah. It knackers. But then the worst bit is Barry Matthews actually got a tray, you know, like a baking tray. Yeah. So there was a soft one, and he hit me over the head with that. He throws it. I'm selling. And then the next minute, he gets the real one, which he thought it was a soft one, and he's gone, dink! And it's kind of got like the tiniest little bend in it, and all you used to see in the middle of the match is me going, fuck! Like that. And I've dropped on the knees, I'm like, like that. And he's hitting me, and I'm like, lay off! Like, that really hurt. The next day, it looked like I had a nipple on the top of my head. Like, it was like up to here, like a massive lump of bruising going all under here. Oh, mate, it was like that knackered. That actually knackered, like, to a point where I was like, if a brain cell was in there, it's been knocked out. It's gone. So, yeah, cast iron, not cast iron, you know, like the hard baking trays you get. Yeah. Yeah, it was that. And it knackered. Honestly, I looked like I had a tit on the end of my head.
Christ, yeah. I mean, well, as I said, I've had a ladder around my head, courtesy of Saxon Huxley. I've been hit with chairs by the likes of Johnny Storm.
How did the ladders feel? How did the ladders feel?
The ladder. Well, it wasn't it wasn't a deliberate thing. Like I can't actually remember what happened in the match. It's on IWTV somewhere, and all I remember is Saxon did a move, and which just onto Jack Landers, which resulted in me getting twatted round the head with the fucking ladder, and that was mate. And then ended up getting twatted with a chair by Johnny Storm. And then so that was a show another show for CXW.
So what you're saying is, if anyone wants to book him, you're allowed to twat him over the head.
Me, yes.
Yeah. Right, okay.
And then after I got hit with the chair by Johnny Storm, the following week, I had a show in Great Yarmouth for DOA, and the same match, I took a spear off Brett Semtex, took a chair to the midsection by Brett, took one over the back by Joe Bell, and then had a chair thrown at me by Big Effing Joe.
Right, so yeah. Here's a question. You were the ref on that match. You wasn't actually wrestling.
No.
You poor git. You get abused everywhere, don't you?
I know. Yeah. As I say, I just book me for whatever. That just makes me sound like some sort of fucking prostitute, but I don't really care. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
You can get paid a lot more for that type of stuff. I've had some interesting. I've had some interesting fruity messages. like you could probably get away with getting that type of stuff. You could be what are they called? Someone who gets kicked around, and people actually pay for that stuff. I can see you doing that type of line of work. It's good money in it.
Exactly. Anything to make an extra, 20 quid, especially about this economy, times are hard,
Mate, some of the messages I've had in my inboxes. Bear in mind, I'm still a trainee. Someone offered to buy my sweaty boxies.
Fuck,
yeah. Someone said they were going to have a Johnny Wango in the front row underneath their clothes over my hot, sweaty body and my tattoos.
Fuck.
It's like, no, kind of message. No, you won't, mate. Block.
Yeah.
Someone's asked me to go round and kick their head in, and they'll pay me for it. Someone's asked me to wrestle them naked. I've had all sorts of weird, it's like the dark side of wrestling. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not even
There's some fucking freaks about it.
I'm a married man with 5 kids. I don't want to think. I don't want to do that type of stuff. My missus is worse enough as it is. It's mate, if you look at me and look at my missus, it's like Quasimodo and the Gypsy. That's the best way to describe it. She used to model for Select, so me even getting her in any way, shape, or form is I've got a trapper, and that's what I did as a kid. And then another one, and she still looks just as good as the day I met her. She's lovely, though. She's lovely. I'm petrified because she's a Scouser. I'm petrified of her.
Oh, God.
He goes off. I'm like, sorry.
Jesus. Yeah, there are some fucking freaks about it.
I've heard worse ones than that. I've heard worse ones than that. Honestly, it's like set your eye straight moment.
Anyways, have you got anything to add on to the end of this podcast before we do wrap it up?
No, you are actually quite pretty, aren't you? I might have to say, yeah. Do I need to pay you to say that, or
No.
No, okay. Anyone who wants to send him dirty inboxes, send it to this man right here, not me.
No, send it to him.
No, don't do that. I swear to God, if I get anything fruity my way, next time I come on, I'm going to be like, you bastard! And I'll show everyone it. Someone actually sent me a picture of their tackle. And it was like that. I had to scroll up a little bit. I was like, Jesus Christ. Even if I was, that would destroy me.
Sorry.
I took it there. I do apologise. I do apologise. No. So wrestling in a whole, guys, has gave me this: new friends, new experiences, learning, and also some very, very, very what's the word? I need counselling over some of the messages as well. So yeah, that's what wrestling has gave me of the whole.
So, where can people find you on social media then if they wish to follow you?
Right, so hang on. I'm not tech savvy, but the kids are. So the kids have set me up on Facebook. my missus and a friend of mine are moderators on that, and then I'm on it. You can find me on Instagram, and the TikTok, Malok. The TikTok, just Mad Eye Bennie. You can't miss this ugly mush. It's me going here like that. And then you can have a look at some of the stuff. Give me a follow if you want. It's if I'm your thing. If I'm not your thing, that's fine. But please, no fruity messages. I'm getting them like very regularly now, and it's like I don't think my block button's like wearing out. Like I had to take the kids off.
So he says.
No, I had to take the kids off it. That's the worst bit about it, bruv. Like when you get your 13-year-old son come in and go, Dad, you need to read this. And I'm like, yeah, you're not going on this anymore.
Anyways.
Sorry, I do apologise. But yeah, you can find me on there. And all my lot, give this guy a follow as well. Nerdic Pro. Yeah, you got to give me.
Thank you very much.
You know, he's a lot better, more. Well, he's a lot more handsome than me. Like,
well, you know, I'm not just a pretty face, so yeah. So
it was him who sent me the picture, like the big scroll.
So you fucking wish. So,
mate, honestly, I think if I got another one, my eye would actually go straight. Permanently, like I'm not wishing for it. It's like it's one of them message request picture, and I'm like, I don't want to click it. It's one of them. Do you want to click it though? If you get like a message request and knowing that you've had that, and someone sent you a picture, like of someone's male genitalia, like bigger than a baby's arm,
yeah.
Oh, you like, and then you get another picture, and it could be something sincere, like a picture of you and a fan or something. Like, I've got a picture with someone else and they've sent me it. And it was like, you can put that on your socials. Like, oh, thank you. But like, then like the next one you open up, you're like, what the?
Yeah.
What's wrestling done to me?
Anywho. Yeah. I just want to say thank you very much for joining us here today. Before we do finish, I forgot to mention earlier that we're going to head back into, when I finish the stream, we'll head back into the lobby thing that we were in earlier. And yeah, so yeah. So
wait, what's going on here? Hang on, no. Whatever you're going to show me, no.
I can show you this if you want.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm fucking bored now, right?
Listen,
right.
Be lucky, geezers. All the best. Be lucky.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the Nerdic Pro podcast, my name is, as per usual, Bobby effing Salazar. With me on the line, it's been none other than Preston City Wrestling's Mad Eye Bennie. You've been watching the Nerdic Pro podcast. Thank you all very much for watching, and I shall be seeing you all later. Goodbye.